Hey everybody, Shannon Lynn with Divine Bliss here. I have been feeling this morning that I need to come forward with another channel card reading here, but in a little bit of a different way or ways. I'm feeling that the Divine wants me to just like slow down a little bit and, to tell you a little bit more about myself and my journey and how I got to the here and now of my life. So I just, called in my guides and angels and Mother Goddess and the archangels and Archangel Michael to watch over the session, and called them all in. And now I'm just asking to be a divine open channel for them in whatever communication they want to bring forward to and for the betterment of to and for the betterment of all of us here. So I'm just going to open myself up to whatever divine communication they have for the each and the all of us to come forward. So please subscribe, like, and share as well. Tap the bell to get your notices. And also, whatever resonates from deep within you is what is true and right for you at any given moment in time in your lives. So just know that not all readings will resonate with everyone. That's okay. Just, move on to something else. Come back at a later time and date when these readings, this information does resonate from deep within you. That is the time that they are, or what is true and right for you, because of course everything always comes to be from deep within us, and so we are the truth, the light, and the ways from deep within us always. And so always go within for everything, for each of your answers, for everything that you want to manifest in your lives here, from within you. Everything comes to be from within you. And so just go within, always go within for your true trespasses, and discern and decipher from there. Okay, so I was guided to 3 different card decks. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to start with the reading and just see what information flows. And then as we flow with the information, I'm just going to bring out whatever guidance they have as far as stories go from within my life and how I got to the here and now. So I'm just going to open up as a divine channel and take whatever guidance they have for us. So the 3 card decks that I was led to lay out here, which are all pre-shuffled, is the Life Purpose Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue, the Caroline Miss Archetype cards, and also to wrap up again is the Romance Angel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. Okay, so great. So they're pre-shuffled, but I always do a couple of little shuffles on camera, and then ask for guidance from within the cards, and then see where the cards take us from there. So, okay, so here we go. Okay, so we're just going to kick back, relax, and open up to it all. Okay, so let's just start here. All right, so what guidance do you have for the each and the all of us here today as far as our journeys go, or as far as whatever we need to be learning or knowing or, walking towards? Environmentalist was the first card that popped through for us. We'll see what else, where this is all going to be taking us all. Okay, so there's another one. We have sensitivity. Okay, and I think we're going to go for another one as well. Okay, so this popped out together. We have justice and school. Okay, so we're going to put those 2 together here. All right, and the bottom of the deck is artist. Okay, so bottom of the deck. All right, so I'm just going to ask for guidance as to what all this means for us, is coming forward for us all. So first and foremost, I guess I'm going to tell you all that I am a divine channel. I am an energetic channel, which just means that I have been getting dictation. It started a little over 14 years ago from the right side. Always comes in, or it used to come in 3 or 4 words at a time. Now it always comes in more fluidly. But it always comes in from the right side. And so now I'm able to a lot of times discern their information, and also ask questions from within the guidance here as well. So what I do from within my channel card readings is the same as I've done from within, those many past years with books and audios and videos. And I used to be I don't do any past life regressions or regressive hypnotherapy anymore. I was a spiritual hypnotherapist for about 10 and a half years. And so I studied down with Sylvia Brown's company those many years ago, and studied with her teachers there. What else was I going to say? So that's just a little bit about me and about, how I sort of came to be doing these channel card readings from within all of these books and audios and videos. And then I used all of these channelings as well from within my work as a spiritual hypnotherapist. But now I'm being guided to sort of like be more of a directive, or like more of a leader, or more of a channeled oracle card reader, leader who brings forward information and guidance to and for the betterment of the alls, and to and for the twin flames along their journeys here, to reach the lights of the Lords within each of us all. And so what these books and passages of light forms over the years that I've shared on Facebook have brought us all forward on into is all of these different teachings that I have created or co-created from within all of these channelings over the past 14 plus years that came to be known as the creation series that the divine has brought forward to and for the betterment of all of us here. So I'm just, sharing all of that with all of you so that you know a little bit more about me and who I am and my journey to the here and now. We'll talk more about, the twin flame journey itself as well here, because I am and have been a twin flame for the past 30 years, unknowingly about 28 of those 30 and a half years. And so, but that's not to say that I haven't been on the journey the whole time. I have been. I just went through a lot of the trespasses and a lot of the knowings and the beings and the doings and the havings of from within it all, from within the space of not knowing, what the heck was happening, or why this was happening to me, or what was going on, or these different synchronistic moments in time, and all of these things that were just unexplainable to me that were happening to me over the years, which then got brought forward from a channel reading that I did for my twin flame, which told us both at that moment in time that we were twin flames, and what, just a little bit about twin flames, but not much, which then I went from there and delved deeper into what twin flames were all about and twin flame journeys and everything else, which led me then now to the here and now of my life, where I'm doing these channeled oracle card readings for the twin flame collective and to and for the betterment of the alls here as well. So just a little bit more about myself and what I do, what I've done, and what's brought me to the here and now in my life. I'm here to share much more of that as we continue on along these card readings, these channel card readings here today and for the always. And so let's just get into the first card here, which is Environmentalist. It says, you're an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and the animals. So I'm just going to ask our guides. I'm going to ask Mother God and a special band of angelic helpers from within the kingdom of the heavens, because I have been channeling them for years and years. Also Archangel Michael and the archangels, and my spirit guides and angel guardians, my higher self, and also now my twin flames, higher self, and spirit guides and angel guardians here as well. So I bring all of them on forth here and then ask for their guidance for the each and the all of us, and what we need to be directed, or in the directives of us to help us along our passageways and to help us along our journeys here in this lifetime. So I'm just going to ask, what do we need now? What are we, reaching for? What are we needing to know? Or what are we wanting to know from within this here and now of our lives to move on forward through our journeys and on into twin flame union here, reunions here. Okay, so I'm getting, just because you're an earth angel here does not mean that you have not learned the true ways of the West, or the true ways of knowings and beings and havings of here from within yourselves and your true self soul's journeys here. No, it just means that you are now an activator, or you are now an anticipated event planner from within all of this, they're saying, because simply Because simply in the nurturing of all of these divine passages of light forms, or of these true light passages of forms here, to and for the betterment of the alls, we are each and all coming forward to and for the betterment of the alls from within all of this, or all of these light passages of information or guidance thereof, in which we are all shown to be, or shown in which ways to go down, or upon our own true passages, our own true passageways of light forms here as well, which just does mean that once you know from deep within you, once you know from deep within you what and whom is right and true for you from within these passageways of light forms, or from within your own interior guidance systems from within each of you, you now are then directed to just that much more from within your lives here now, simply because you are each your own passageways of light forms, or you are each your own environmentalist categories, so to speak, they're saying, because you are each here in a different category or a different way to come forward from within all of this, as just meaning that you are here in different capacities or ways of beingnesses, simply because that was the ways that it was always meant to be for you each to do your own things and to come forward in the honing of those qualities and of those spiritual gifts and attractivenesses, or spiritual energies that come forward from within each of you as these beings of light forms, or these activators or light processors of sorts, simply because you now are here in the beings of all of these environmentalist activities or ways of beingnesses in which you all are coming forward here as, or from within here as, or from within your own interior guidance systems as. Okie dokie. So just know from within these sensitivities of these lessons, or these knowings, or these comings to be of, or from within where you've come from or come to be from, simply because from whence you came is from how you will come forward on into, which just means that as you have learned from within your past frequencies of light activations, or ways in which to be, to do, and to have as, or from within, these are the ways in which you will now then come forward to and for the betterment of the alls from within all of this, simply because this was the way that it was always meant to be, to do, and to have from within, simply because you each are your own individual activities of light forms, or activities of ways of beingnesses, which just means that you are now coming on into your owns as no one else can, simply because you each are your owns. You each are your own activators. You each are your own templates of love, light, and forgiveness. And the beingnesses of all of this just means that you are coming forth, or coming forward as just so much more from within all this, to and for the betterment of the alls. But not only this, but that this here is right for you here now as well, simply because you will know from deep within you, as you each are sensitized, or each are magnetized to that which is right and true for you from deep within you. And so to say that this is amazing and magnificent are only key words that you will bring forward from within your lives here now, simply because you do not know any better here now as to how to explain all of this from within your own true lives here as well. So come forward as these true activators of love and light to and for the good of the alls here, as these environmentalist strategists with sensitivity to light forms, which just means that as you are being and doing as this light form, or these activities of light forms, or beams of light magnificence, beams of light magnificence, which just means that you are here as the true qualities of magnificence and of love and light, and of all of these other things that have been brought forward to and from within you, from within your past lives here as well, which just means that as these sensitivities, or these drawings from the light code from the light codes or activations do come forward here to and through and for you from within all of this, you then are then guided to just that much more from within your life, simply because you each are your own activators from within yourselves, but also you are here to and for one another in these activations or these schemes of things here as well. So justice for all just means that in this school of arts, you are each coming forward to and for the betterment of the alls, yes, but you are also here coming forward to and for the betterment of yourselves here as well as these true selves, souls, activators, or activities as such, which just means that as you are being brought forth into your own true activities or ways of beingnesses, you too are then guided to just that much more from within your own frequencies of light, activations, or studies here as well, which just means that as you are brought forward from within your schooling or your abilities, which are being brought forward from many other lifetimes here as well, you are then being activated on a more generic, generalized level of understanding, simply because you are here to be, to do, and to have as no one's other here today and always, simply because you each are like no other here today and always then too, or as well, simply because you each are your own capacities and or levels of understanding from deep within you, simply because when you reach or you delve from deep within you to whom you really and truly are, you then are brought forward into just that much more from within all of these light capades or these light and love understandings of truth and movement and beings and doings and forwardings of. So just do know that as these artists, that you do come forward from within all of this, as that you each are your own true activators, guidance systems from within each of you, which just means that as you activate your own interior guidance systems to be, to do, and to have as are from within your own true lives here as well, you then are guided to just that much more from within your lives, simply because these were the ways that it was always meant to be, to do, and to have as are from within, simply because you each are your own true lights and ways from deep within you, always have been, always will be. Okay, great. Let's move right along on into the Caroline Miss archetype cards. Now, I have only used this deck one other time before, and it was very cool how it all came forward. The first, although the video itself was very disheartening, because the video itself, I've been having trouble with the sound quality, and so I have a new camera and audio system here now, trying to figure out the best way to bring this all on forward. And so even though it was such an amazing video that came forward, they brought forward a lot of great information. The sound quality itself was horrible, which was really disheartening because it was such a good video and it had such good information coming for us. But now we're being guided and led back into these cards, so I'm really thankful. This is only the second time they've been used, so let's see what guidance they have for us here today on all of these cards. Okay, so I'm not sure what this card is here. It's blank. It says light attributes, shadow attributes. So we're going to put it down and see if that means anything. We have martyr, light attribute, shadow attribute. They all say that. We have teacher, and we have Samaritan. Okay, so I'm just going to ask for guidance. Is there anything that needs to be said here about anything before we get into the reading? No, we're good. Okay, so we're going to start right out with this first card that came through, which is a stop sign. I don't know. It looks like a stop sign to me. Light attributes, shadow attributes. So I'm just going to ask, what is being brought forward from within this card here. Okay. So just to know that as each your owns does come forward to and for the betterment of yous or yourselves or the all of yous, which just means that as these true attributes do come forward to and for the betterment of you all, that you each are then divinely directed and guided from deep within you as to what and whom is right and true for you, in as far as these activators, activations, or light codes of inspiration do come forward as, which just means that as you are being guided, directly guided from deep within you as to what and whom is right and true for you, you are then being also activated as these martyrs, teachers, good Samaritans. And so just do know that as these light codes or sources of activation light codes are being brought forward to and for the betterment of the alls from within all this, you too are your own sources or activations of light and love to and through your own true self souls here as well. So just do know that all of this does come to be once and if when you realize, but not only realize, but come forth in the beings, doings, and havings of just so much more from within all of this, which just means that in your own teachings from within each of you, you are then directly guided or intuitively guided to each your owns out here in the outer world here as well. From within these acts or these ways of beingnesses from within your own true lives souls here, from within these activations or light codes of inspiration, guidance, and giving in the givings of, which just means that as you are here in the givings of or giving to and from within one another, which just means that as you are here in the beings and doings from within yourselves as or from within each and everyone here, you then are being whom exactly you are meant to be here from deep within you. And you are no longer acting as or from within your own true self soul as someone whom you are no longer applicable to or whom you are no longer in the beings, doings, and havings of here from within them or from within their light codes, activations, or wantings from within you to be here for them as. So just do know that as each of you do come forward from within all of these true attributes that are here then being brought forward to and for each of you from within these studies or these ways of beingnesses, that you each are on your own trespasses of light forms or activations from within these all studies or ways of beingnesses, simply because you each are your own individual ways, means, and havings of, which just means that as you manifest here your own true desires or your own true ways of beingnesses and the ways in which you each want to or will be running your lives here today and for the always, then you then are being the activators or the source activator equivalents of your own true heart's desires here as well then. And that just means that you are happy, at joy, or in the living of this joyous occasion or momentous occasion of joy and peace and love and tranquility and ways of beingness, is simply because you have stepped up and on into your own true self soul's activation codes or sources of information as only you each individually here can, because simply, once again, you each are your own true ways, lights. You are each your own true ways, lights, and beingnesses of, simply because you are your own true ways, lights, and loves of. So how we are bringing this on forward to you from within this, or these activation codes here from deep within the each and the all of you, is that once you know this stuff, you will then be this stuff. And once you be this stuff, you will then step on into this stuff as only you each can here now, simply because you each are your own activator codes from deep within you, and you each are being guided to from deep within you as to only you each individually can, simply because you are the truth, the light, and the ways from deep within you. Always have been, always will be. So just do know that from within each of these activations or light sources of codes and activations, you each are being guided intuitively into your own true lights of the Lord within, which just means that you are being guided into just that much more into your lives here now as these true activators of spirit, or in which ways to be, to do it, to have, or to become from and within. Okie dokie. Okay, last but not least, let's get into the last card deck. This is the Romance Angels Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. I hope you guys are enjoying the reading so far. A lot of great information is coming through. You just know that I'm on this journey here with you, and there is a lot of times, I mean, the past 14 plus years, I have been on this journey, and I have been channeling all of this information and this guidance in the form of the books and the audios and the videos and the workbooks and the newsletters and the worksheets and the whole of the creation series and in my work as a spiritual hypnotherapist. And along my own process here, you know, I have been intuitively guided and processed in and from within myself as who I am exactly, to step up on into who I am here today, right here and now in front of you here today, showing and being who I truly am from deep within me, so that all others can then access their own true self souls to become whom they really are here today and for the always as well, and to step into their owns as only they each can, simply because we are here in the processing of each one another from within all this. And so that you each do know that we're here for a reason. We're here for one another, to help one another along these processings here together. Okay, so we got 3 cards. We got codependency, we got forgiving and learning, and we received let your friends help you. So I'm just going to ask if there's anything more. Oh, just bottom of the deck? No? Yes. Okay. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Okay, so I'm getting that these are just the cards that we need. So we're going to go right on into this part of the reading, which is codependency. It says, addictions are affecting your romantic life. So I'm just going to ask, you know, what's coming forward for the betterment of all, for the each and the all of us. Please bring forward whatever we want and need at this moment in time for us. Okay. So just to know that as each of you are being activated here, or are in the activations of your own true self, soul's, heart's desires from within all this, that these states of beingnesses are coming up for the each and the all of you to heal and to bring forward from within your life, so that healing can then now take place from within all this. So just to know that you each have been through your own trespasses of light forms, or of light activation forms here as well, which just means that it has not all been easy. It has not all been an easy process or journey or roads to go down from within all of this, simply because to each your owns means to have felt and experienced one and or the other end or sides of the spectrum of life here, to become or to come into each your owns as only you each individually can, as your own trespasses do bring you forth on into from within all this. So just do know that there really is light at the end of the tunnel, at the end of your tunnels here, simply because you each are the truth, the light, and the ways from deep within you. And all you need to do is to reach deep within you as to what your true source activations are from deep within you, to go on forth into the true lives of your own true dreams here as well. So just do know that these are coming forward for each of you to then be healed from within all of this. Past lifetimes here as well from within all of this. So just do continue on owning and working on into or past all of these previous trespasses that have come before you and have worked you on into whom you are here now today, and for the always here now. Always. And then do not forget to begin to forgive and to learn from your mistakes or from your ways of beingnesses, which really just means that you are no longer here in the learning process of these so-called mistakes, seemingly because they were not so-called mistakes. They were ways of beingnesses, so that the each and the all of you could come forward together in union or in love to and for one another from within these trespasses of light forms or activations from within all this, simply because you each are your own ways of beingnesses. And in being these own ways of beingnesses, or ways of coming on into reunions here and now, you then have gone through all of these things to become whom you really and truly are here today and for the always here now then. And so just do not believe or take part in the knowings or knowingnesses that you were not here to learn and to be and to become whom you really and truly are from deep within you. You have learned and gone through these trespasses of light forms here so that you could become the activators or the transmissionists of your own true wills here now as well. So you have become and you have gone down your own ways of activations or your own ways of beingnesses here, simply because these were the ways for you to come on into whom you really and truly are here now today, and for the always. For the betterment of the alls, but not only for the betterment of the alls, but for the betterment of both of you to come here in true union here together as one. Each individually and as one. I'm hearing like powerhouses, power couples. Let your friends help you. And from within these light sources or activations of light codes here, you are then being befriended by, to, or for one another or others from within these lifetimes here now today as well here, simply because these are the ways that it was always meant to be, to do, and to have as, or from within, simply because you are here to come together in love to and for one another, yes, but you were also here to come together in love to and for one another and for the alls in and from within all of this here as well. And so just do know that as you each do reach within for your own trespasses of love and light to and for the good of the alls, you are then guided on forward into so much more from within your lives here now as these true activators or light codes of activators here now as well. And overall, or the bottom of the deck was, it is safe for you to love. Okay, so I'm being guided into a second card here to go with this, and a third card. That's it. Oh, fourth card. Seriously? 6 cards. Okay, gotcha. 6 cards. Okay, so these are the cards they want to bring forward for each and all of us. We have, these were from the bottom of the deck. It is safe for you to love. Retreat. Trust. Honeymoon. Past life relationship. And unrequited love. So I'm just going to ask, are we reading these all at once, or are we just going through them? Or I really don't know how they want to bring this. It's like a storyline to me, or a storyboard when they put a bunch of cards together. And a lot of times it'll be 5 or 6 cards that come together that they want to bring forward a storyline or a storyboard through. So I'm just going to ask here, let's just be guided into what's first here from within this. Okay, so I'm getting that we're going to start in it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to forgive and receive the highest energy of all is the overall energy of this storyboard. Okay, and so we're going to start with the card Retreat. It says, it's time to disconnect from the world. So I'm just asking what this is all about. Okay, so they're saying, it is time for the each and the all of yous to come forward in true love to and for one another from within all of this, simply because this was the ways that it was always meant to be, to do, and to have as, or from within, simply because you are here each in the individuality of your own true self soul, but also from within this is the fact that each of you are here together to be in love to and for one another from within all of this here as well. And so as you trust one another from within these trust issues or ways of beingnesses that have been brought forward from within each of you, from within all of this twin flame journey of sorts, you each have and are learning the right ways to be, to do, and to have, to be, to do, and to have from within all this, but also are in complete becoming or ways of beingnesses in the trust department here as well, simply because you have been shown to, or you have been going through trust issues or ways of beingnesses which involve trust issues here as well. So to just know that from within this honeymoon phase here, as or when you two do come together here, that these ways of beingnesses will come forward to and for each of you from within these trust issues, simply because you have lived those ways here now on this earth at this time, from within this time. And you may not know yourselves yet the ways to be, to do, and to have, or from within all of these trust issues here as well. And so just to know that if you are being triggered from within these trust issues that are still coming up or may be coming up for the each and the all of you from within this, that just means that those are coming up for a reason, that those are the things that need to be healed from within all of this, or this relationship of sorts, simply because you are a divine direct partnership in love to and for one another, but also you are here to direct the whole entire world here as to whom and what is true and right for you from deep within you, and in regards to these trust issues or issues of being trusting or trusted, simply because you have each your owns come on into your own direct ways of beingness, is simply because you were your own directors or ways of beingnesses. Which just means that as you stepped up and on into your own true self souls and your own true heart's desires, you went through these passages of light forms or ways of beingnesses, so that you then too could come forward in this world here today as this true romantic power couple whom is here for and will help to and for the betterment of the alls, the betterment of this world, to become as one here now then. And so simply do direct yourselves from within this accordingly, which just means to bring your own true self, souls, true heart's desires, trusting forms into action here, into the action phase of your lives here, and come together in love to and for one another here from within this reunion, union phase here. And to come together not only in love to and for one another, but in love to and for one another and the alls here as well. So from within these past life relationships that you have both been in on and gone down from within as well, you then are being guided and directed from within each of these here as well to not be so codependent upon one another from within these trespasses, simply because you are here now in the complacency. You are now here in the complacency or the knowingnesses of so much more, simply because you are so much more. You have become and you have walked on into just so much more from within each of you's and your own and your very own heart centers from within all of this, or these ways of beingnesses or passageways of light codes or activations that are being brought forward in your own true lives here as well, from within all of these past life relationships or ways of beingnesses here as well. So when the unrequited love steps up on into this and rears its ugly head or shows its ways of beingnesses, making you believe or showing you the ways of believing or thinking that one or the other may not be thinking of the other, this is just simply a farce from within your two own frequented minds here. For there could be nothing further from the truths of all of this, simply because you each are the truth, the lights, and the ways from deep within you. But you are also here to come together in love to and for one another from within all of these non-egoic places of beingments or ways of beingnesses, which just means that as you travel along your own trespasses of light and love here, that you each are your own ways or journeys of beingnesses here now, simply because you know no other ways than the ways of the light of the Lord from deep within you. If and when you are now following your own true self, soul, your own true heart's passageways from within all of this and all of these frequencies of light codes, activations, and frequencies as such, which just means that as you are now then journeying on into just so much more from within your surrendering phases of this or these beingnesses, which just means that as you are now surrendering to and coming on into and floating on up in, just so much more is coming to you here now in your ways of beingnesses or in the ways in which you react to one another in and from within all of this. And so just do know that you each are here for your own true self souls, but you are also here for each other from within all of this here as well. And so just do know that from within this, each other comes forward all of these light codes, activations that are here to help to and for the betterment of the alls from within this whole power couple source activation centers that you are both individually stepping on into and guiding yourselves on into the true light of the Lord, or into the true lights of the Lord from deep within yous both, which just means that as you both are activated and brought on into union here as one, you then are ascending to just that much further a frequency or ways of light beings from deep within you, simply because you each are your own true lights and ways, yes, but you also are here for the betterment of the alls from within this whole escapade, or these ways of beingnesses from within this whole light activation or light study of the records, the Akashic records of life here. Okay, and it is safe for you to love. That's the whole, and I'm not getting that. I'm getting that we're done. So it's like these 5 cards here: retreat, trust, which is it's time to disconnect from the world. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. You have known each other before, and there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. That was the unrequited love, which is just a farce from between our minds, telling us things that are very the untruths of it all. And so from within all of this 5-card spread that they brought forward for us, the overall energy of it all is that it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And that wraps up our reading for today. So everybody have a fantastic day and evening as usual. And we'll be here back channeling some more information guidance for the each and the all of us here very soon. So take care and we'll talk soon. Bye.